What's up, everyone? We're live right now, just getting everything set up, so stick with us and we'll jump into the build shortly. Let's go.
Yes, sir. How you feeling today, Junior?
I'm feeling great and really excited to get into this project with you. How about you? Are you ready to dive in, or is there something else you want to warm up with first?
I'm a little nervous. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, no doubt. Take your time, get comfortable, and whenever you're ready, we'll jump into it. I'm here, so just let me know what you need.
Man. So I'm firing up Unreal Engine. We about to go ahead and get into this shit. You know, it's gonna be a good project, and yeah, I'm
That's what.
excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. Once you're in Unreal, we'll just start with the basic project setup, and I'll guide you step by step. This is going to be awesome.
Hold on one second. All right, bet we live. All right, so
Exact.
um, now how we want to do this? I start a new project.
Yep, that's perfect. Go ahead and start a new project in Unreal. Pick a blank template with a first person or third person option, whatever you prefer. And once it's open, we'll set up your scene and input it. Let's go.
So should I do blank first or third?
Yeah, so if you want to keep it really simple and flexible, I'd go with the first person template. So you can have that body cam feel right away. Then you can adjust the camera later if you want a different vibe.
Keep
Sound
all the
good?
settings the same.
Got it. I'll keep everything just as it is. So once you select the first person template, you can leave all the default settings and I'll guide you step by step.
All right. Uh, all right. Gotta do this.
Awesome. Once it opens up, just let me know and we'll walk through adding your first environment or setting up any custom input. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Say what's up to the people, Junior.
For sure. What's up, everybody? We're just getting started, so stay tuned. We're about to dive into building this first person game, and I'll walk you through every step.
Yeah, I'm live. All right. Where you at, Junior? All right. Let's get started, Junior. So I got the third person up here. So what do I do? What do I click? Where do I go?
Nice. All right, so once you're in the third person template, go ahead and open up the blueprint for your character. You'll find it in the content browser. Look for something like third person character. Once it's open, we can start tweaking your movement or add in those custom animations you want.
Where would the content browser be?
Yeah, good question. So at the bottom of your Unreal Engine window, you'll see the content browser tab. If it's not visible, you can just go to the window menu at the top and select content browser. Once it's open, all your assets and blueprints will be right there.
And then what do I do after that?
Once you've got the content browser open, just locate the third person character blueprint. Double click it to open it, and then you can start adjusting things like camera position, animations, or even adding your own logic. Once you
So
tweak those, we'll test it on
I
the
click the third person folder.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you click on that third person character blueprint, it'll open up the event graph and components. From there, you can add or modify anything you need. Just let me know if you get stuck.
All right, what do I click after I hit the third person folder?
Ah, gotcha. So once you open the third person character blueprint, look at the viewport first to see the camera and mesh. Then switch to the event graph tab to start adding or adjusting logic, like input controls, animations, or
Say that one more
enhancements.
time, but dumb it down.
Of course, no problem at all. I'll keep it super simple. Once you open that blueprint, just make sure you see the components for the camera and character. After that, we'll just do basic input like jumping or moving by linking them to key presses. Step by step, we'll keep it easy.
Once I click third person, it say blueprints, input, and map.
Exactly. So once you click on blueprints, you'll see options like the input map or action events. You can add a new input action like jump or move forward and then link it to your keyboard or controller. Once that's connected, we'll test it out.
Okay, I drag the character model out.
Exactly. After you set up the input, you can drag those nodes right into your event graph. Connect them to the character's movement or actions, and once you compile, we can test it in the viewport to see how it responds.
Bro, put it in a C student perspective. You going too fast, bro.
Ah, you're right. My bad. Let me slow it down. So once you have that input action set up, just drag it step by step from the panel onto the graph, one by one.
Listen,
Connect each
this is
action
what
to
I
your
did,
character.
bro.
Take
I
your
went
time.
out.
And I'll
Listen. I went to the third person folder. I went to blueprints. It's only two things. It say third
right.
person
So
game
once you
mode and third person character.
yes, exactly. So after you open the blueprint, you want to check which game mode you're using. You can set the default game mode in the project settings, so make sure it's set to your character blueprint. Once that's done, we'll test it.
And how do I do that?
No problem. So in Unreal, go up to the Edit menu, then select Project Settings. From there, on the left side, find Maps and Modes. Under Default Game Mode, select your custom character blueprint. Once you save, it'll use that blueprint as the main character.
All right, you said go to project settings and do what?
Exactly. So just go to Project Settings, then look for the Maps and Modes section on the left. In there, you'll set your default game mode to use the blueprint character you just opened. After that, just save and you'll be good to go.
You said go to default game mode and do what?
Yeah, exactly. So in the default game mode field, just select your character blueprint from the drop arrow, or type it in if needed. Once you apply that, every time you hit play, that character will be the one spawning. Then you can just jump in and test everything.
Man, explain that shit again, dog.
Of course, no problem. So you go up to the top menu, click on Edit, then choose Project Settings. Once you're there, find the section called Maps and Modes on the left side. In that section, you'll see default game. Just pick your character blueprint there, save it, and then when you press play, your character will be the one that spawns. Let me know if that clicks.
So I go to default game mode. I click third person game mode.
Exactly. So once you click on third person game mode, it'll make that your default. After that, just save your project, and when you hit play, you'll be controlling that character in third person. Simple as that.
Bro, listen. I went to the default game modes. I chose third person game mode. It's on there. Do I browse to the asset in the content browser or do I press import?
Yes, so you'll go to the content browser first and find your asset, like your character or any mesh you want to use. Once you have it there, you can drag it right into the level of the blueprint. You won't need to press import unless you're bringing in something.
Okay, I dragged the asset on there. So what do I do now?
Nice. Now that it's on the level, you can adjust its position, rotation, and scale if needed. Once it's placed where you want, hit play, and you can see how it behaves in the game. Then we can fine tune any interactions.
So how do I do that? Do I left click it or something?
Exactly. Just left click on the asset in the viewport to select it. Once it's selected, you can drag it around to reposition it. You can use the transform tools like move, rotate, or scale from the top toolbar to fine tune it exactly.
Listen, brother, I don't want you to lead me like I know what I'm doing. I want you to teach me this like I'm an infant baby who just learned how to walk. I want you to explain everything in fine detail, but dumb it down to a C student perspective.
Absolutely no problem at all. So think of it this way. When you drag the asset into the scene, it's like picking up a toy and placing it on the table. After you click on it, you'll see little arrows appear. Those arrows let you move it left, right, up, or down. Just click and drag one of those arrows slowly, and it will slide your asset exactly where you want.
But what am I
If that's
doing
okay.
that for?
Ah, gotcha. So once you've moved the asset where you want to look at the top toolbar again. You'll see a play button. When you press that, it'll run the game, and you can see how your character interacts with it. If it's off or not aligned, we just adjust again before we keep going.
All right, the character is moving around. He doing
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah, that's perfect. So now that the character is moving, you can test out different controls, like jumping or turning by setting up input actions in the frame, just like we talked about. Once it feels right, we can keep adding more features.
All right, let's add more features.
Awesome. So next, let's decide what features you want. Do you want to add things like shooting, inventory, or maybe some interactive objects? Once we pick one, I'll walk you through step by step on how to set it.
Let's add shooting.
Perfect. All right, so for shooting, we'll add a new input action like fire in the project settings. Then in the character blueprint, we'll create a function that spawns a projectile when that input is pressed. I'll break it down step by step so you've got it nice and easy.
All right, let's do it.
Awesome. So first, we'll go to the project settings and add a new input action called fire. After that, we'll open your character blueprint again, and we'll create a custom event. That event will listen for when you press the fire input, and then it'll spawn a bullet. So we'll go step by step, nice and slow, so you get each part.
All right, give me step by step and bulletins. You know I love bulletins.
Absolutely. Here we go, step by step in bullet form. Go to project settings, and under input, create a new action mapping called fire. Assign a key, like the left mouse button or a keyboard key, to that action. Open your third person character blueprint. In the event graph, right click and add an event for your fire input action. Drag out from that event and create a spawn actor to your bullet or projectile. Set the spawn location to your character's position and adjust the direction so it fires forward. Compile the blueprint, save it, and then press play to test your shooting.
Say that all over again, but dumb it down for me.
Of course, let's keep it really simple. First, we go to the project settings and find the input section. We create a new action called fire.
How
Get
do I
that key
create
from
that new action? You're not telling me how to get to that.
good point. So inside Unreal at the top, click on Edit, then choose Project Settings. On the left sidebar, scroll down until you see Input. Once you're there, you'll see a section for action mappings. Just click the plus sign, name it Fire, and assign a key like your mouse button.
Uh, scroll. Action mapping. Okay. Okay. So when I click plus action mappings, it don't do anything for me.
Ah, I see. So once you click that plus sign, you should see a new row appear. In that new row, you can type in Fire as the action name. Then right next to it, you add a key. Just click on the empty box, press your mouse button or keyboard key, and it should save.
So when I
Let me know if
click
issues.
action mapping, it say new action. So I put fire in one of them.
Exactly. Once you type fire as the action name, you'll see an empty space where you can add a key. Just click that space, press the key or mouse button you want to use, and it will register. After that, we'll move back into the blueprint.
How do I do that again?
No worries. So go up to the top menu and click Edit, then choose Project Settings. In the left sidebar, scroll down to Input. Once you're in Input, you'll see Action Mappings. Click the plus sign, name it Fire, then click the empty box next to it, and press the key you want, like your left mouse button. Once it's saved, we'll go back to
Now what I do?
All right, now that you have your action set up, go back to your character can search for your fire action event. Once it appears, drag it out, and from that event, we'll create a spawn actor node so we can make a bullet appear. Press the
What? How do I do that?
Good question. So in the event graph, once you have that fire event,
How
right
do I
click and
get to
search
the
for
event graph?
no worries. So to get to the event graph, open your character blueprint from the content browser. Once it's open, you'll see tabs at the top. Click on the event graph tab. From there, you can right click and search for the fire input action to add that event. Let me know if you get it.
How do I get to my character blueprint?
Okay. So in the content browser at the bottom, you'll see folders like blueprints. Inside there, look for something like third person character or whatever your character is called. Once you find it, double click it. That'll open up the blueprints.
All right. Okay, so now I'm at like some like a blueprint thing. It shows like mapping.
Exactly. So now that you're in the blueprint, you're seeing the event graph. This is where we add all the logic. Next, right click in the graph and search for the input action file. Once it pops up, we can link that event to a spawn action figure. Just take it step by step and I'll guide you.
Would it be in movement or add input mapping?
Good question. It actually goes in the input section. So the action mapping we set up earlier is what we'll call the event graph. So we're adding logic tied to that input, not movement. Once you link it, that's when the movements will.
I don't see it.
No worries. Let's break it down easy. After you have your blueprint open, just right click anywhere in the event graph and search for the name of your input action file. Once it shows up, select it. After that, we'll connect that event to an event that spawns with it. If you need, I can walk you through exactly how the connection works.
All right, so I found fire.
Exactly. Great job. Now, once you see that fire event, you just drag off of it and add a spawn after it. Then choose the blueprint you want to spawn, set the location to your character's position.
Now, how do you do that?
Good call. So once you have the fire, you drag out a wire from it and right click to add a spawn actor from class. Then select your bullet class. After
So
that,
it would
plug in
be
your
the
character's
enhance input local player subsystem. I just drag something from that.
Gotcha. Yeah, so if you're using the enhanced input system, you don't need to drag from there. Instead, after you set up the input action, just right click in the event graph, search for fire. Once it appears, you'll directly link it to the spawn logic. No extra subsystem.
Where's the logic at?
No problem. So the logic is in the event graph after you add the fire event. Once it appears, you drag a wire from that event and add a spawn event.
Say that
Choose your
again.
bullet class. Of course. So once you're in the event graph after adding the fire event, drag out a wire from it and right click to add a spawn actor. Then pick your bullet class, set the spawn location to your character's position. Once you compile and save, you'll see the bullets appear effortlessly.
Wait, I don't see a spawn actor on here.
No worries. So let's do this step by step. In the event graph, right click and search for spawn actor from class. Once it pops up, drag it. Then in that node, choose the class of bullet. After that, we'll connect the location and reset it. Let me know if that shows up.
All right, spawn actor from class.
Exactly. Once you select that, the node will appear. Then you choose which class you want to spawn. So pick your bullet, right? After that, set the position to your character's location. And once you connect it all, we'll link it to the shooter.
How do I do all that connecting shit?
No problem. So once you have the spawn actor node, you'll see a pin for the location. Click and drag from your character's position. Again, by using the get after location node of your character. Once they're connected, plug that into the spawn node's location. After that, hit compile and test it.
Where would the get actor's location node be? I don't see spawn actors locate. I got get actors location. I had that node pulled up. Now, what do I connect that to?
Got it. So once you have the get actor location, you'll drag off its output pin and connect it to the spawn actor node's location. After that, you just make sure everything's connected. The pilot, it will play, the build will spawn right at your actor
Where's the
location.
spawn? Where's the spawn actor node? Where is the thing I'm supposed to connect that? What do it say?
I see what you mean. So after right-clicking in the event graph, when you search for spawn actor from class, that node should appear as a new action. Once it's there, it has a location input pin. You connect that pin to the output of your get actor location node. After that, just pick your
Do I
build class
connect
and
it
it'll.
to spawn, transform, collision, or class?
Good catch. You actually want to connect it to the spawn transform pin. So you'll need to create a make transform node
So do I
before you get.
connect the target or return valve to the spawn transform?
Exactly. So you create a make transform. Plug your get actor location into the location pin. If you need rotation, you can set it to your
So the
actor's
return
rotation.
valve should go to the spawn transform,
Exactly. So once you have that make transform, take its output and connect it to the spawn transform. Spawn.
and then a
Once
return
it's there,
valve of the spawn actor node should go to the press of input action fire.
almost. So the return value from the spawn node is actually the bullet itself, so you don't need to connect that back to it.
It's
Once it
the
spawns, the
release.
bullet is exactly. So once the bullet spawns, it's already output. You don't need to send the return value anywhere else. Just make sure the input event is what triggers the spawn.
It says that the return valve. It said it can go to the release of the input action fire.
I see what's happening. The input action event is just telling us when to fire. You don't need to return anything back to it. The bullet is its own separate object, so you just use the spawn node to connect it. Once it's spawned, it's done. You need to connect that return value.
So just connect it to the key.
Exactly.
But
Just
it
keep it
won't
simple.
let me. It says direction are not compatible. So do I connect the input action fire to the get actor location to target?
I see the issue. You don't connect the input directly. Instead, keep the input as the trigger. After that, from the input event, you get the actor location, and then you make a transform. Once that transform is made, you connect it to the spawn node. This way, the input just starts the process, but the location and transform are separate steps.
So I input action fire to spawn actor known to get actor location.
Not quite. Think of it this way: the input action just triggers the event. Once it's triggered, you get the actor location, then create a transform from that location. After that, you connect the transform to the spawn
So
actor
I
node.
should connect get action fire key to get actor location target.
Exactly. Yes, that's right. So you let the input event trigger, and then you use that event to get the actor's location. Once you have the location, you make the transform right, and then plug that transform into the
But it's
spawn
not
actor.
letting me. It's not letting me connect it. It said exec is not compatible with actor object reference.
I see the confusion. Instead of connecting them directly, you need to create a make transform first. So plug your actor's location into that make transform's location, and then connect that transform to the spawn actor. That should fix that confusion.
Make transform.
Exactly. So in the blueprint, you right click, search for make transform, and then connect the actor location to the location pin. Once that's done, connect it to the spawn. After that, you should be good to compile and test.
Oh, I see what was wrong. I got this shit connected to the wrong shit, bro.